All right, so picked up the FIGS AOS kit recently. Here's all the pieces in the kit. I kind of unbagged it already from this box right here. Basically, it's bagged into this, and this is how it comes out of the package, already pre-assembled. Brackets already mounted. There's a FIGS logo right there. You can see. I think on the early models, there was a FIGS logo on the top. Just right on the top right there. So yeah, everything's already pre-assembled. This bracket as well. Along with that one. And then there's labels on the two hoses, the end of it. This also comes with it. There's some foam and clamps and some zip ties. That's part of that. That's part of all this. And then I also picked up the drain kit. This hose came with it inside this package. Some instructions on how to install it. There's the peacock stuff. 2 clamps as well. Got a sticker. Plug. Out. So it's pretty self-explanatory how to do this. You just gotta take that plug out. And then you gotta replace it with this fitting right here. So just need an Allen to take the top off. And the size we are using is 3/16 standard. That size right there. 3/16. I already kind of loosened it out, so it's just gonna come right off. Put this aside, and then this goes right on. Size wrench you would use is 9/16. I'm gonna tighten it off camera though. I'll be right back. All right, got the drain fitting on. Now I am gonna slip this hose on and the hose clamp. Hose is on, clamp is on. And for those that aren't gonna use the peacock drain kit, this is how the 2 pieces come apart for you to drain it. So basically you would unbolt it. Bolt it from the car. So you can lift it up a little bit and then twist this out. Let's thread it. Doesn't seem too bad, but I think I prefer to just drain it into a drain pan while I do my oil change. And then this is how you check if it's full. So it's a dipstick. Yeah, dipstick with the O-ring. The reason why I'm doing everything on my couch right now is because I don't want to scratch anything on this anodized black finish. Once I have it all put together, I'll go to the car. Alright, so this is the 2UR GSC. This is IS500. The same kit should fit RCF and GSF. A couple of us with the IS500 have installed as well. That's what made me feel comfortable installing it. It's going to go about right here. I will have to take this engine cover off, and then so I can reach the hoses. That might make me have to take the strut bar off. If you don't have a strut bar, just pop this cover off, and then that should give you enough room to work on it. Me, it might not be. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can shift it out of the way and work around the strut bar. We'll see. Let me work on getting this bolt off. I'm gonna shift this a little bit over as well, just to give me some room to work. And then once I get it installed, then I can route the wiring. So this is the 10 mil versus the Allen bolt that FIGS gives. As you can see, it's a tad bit longer what they supply. Oh shoot. Oh, that was bad. Almost lost it. So you can see it's a kit almost 5 millimeters longer. So that's why they supplied a bolt, or Allen, yeah, Allen bolt. All right, so to get this washer fluid hose, just have to squeeze this and then pull straight up. And then when you, to get it out of here, you just twist and it comes off. So I'm gonna put this off to the side for now to give me some space. So now I got all this extra room to work. So in order to take this panel off, it's pretty easy. These clips come off by just pressing it. I'll show you this one. You just press them all. And then slowly lift up, and then it'll just release. Then you just do it to all of them, and then this panel could just come off. So I got all the clips off. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Don't lose them. Now this piece is all released. All the clips are gone. You just literally lift it up. And this is all exposed. So this will give you room to work with that here. Right, the strut bar had to come out to get this out of the way enough for me to work on it. Strut bar's gone. This is out of the car. Now we have more room to work with. All right, got this mounted. I found out you could actually use this 10 mils long enough. And then you gotta be careful with installing it. You could scratch that. So this wire harness is kind of close to it, so I'm gonna figure out how to get down lower. And then there's that drain hose down there. Let me work on some more, and then I'll get back to you guys. All right, so this hose holder had this bracket, and the FIGS instructions want you to install it onto that ground bolt right there. That one right there. So I'm gonna take that 10 mil off, and I'm gonna install this onto that spot right there. Okay, got it installed into place. And then now this should be able to, I don't know, it's gonna work. It's kind of close to the ship. Where's for that one? Let me put you down first. All right, so that bracket that I was just filming a second ago for the IS500, what FIGS list doesn't work because it's gonna hit this. I don't know if the RCF, like the hose, radiator hose, is in a different location, but if I put this bracket on the front where this 10 mil is for the ground, it just like, this hose right here just like pinches into it. I don't like it, so I improvised. I'm gonna install on the same location still, but I installed it on the back side So that 10 mil bolt sticks out of the bracket right there. And I got my own 10 millimeter nut. Nut that I screwed on, put the bracket on the backside, screwed it in, bent it a little bit. So you could bend this bracket to give you room to work on it first. And I pulled this off. So now that I'm done both tightening everything, push this bracket back into place. And I'm gonna seat this wire harness back. And then this should line up a lot better in this spot. Let me clip it into place and I'll show you guys what I mean. Okay, so this is not its full final resting spot. Still gotta intercept the PVC holes down there. But now that there's more room, essentially the way I have it mounted. Let me take this off so you guys can see better. So, perspective of like how I mount it, just give you an idea. Bracket is kind of bent out of shape to allow it to get to this angle. Same thing is gonna touch. Yep, so that's what I think is the best route to take for IS500, just because of this radiator hose. So this is where we're gonna cut and intercept the PVC. This hose will go towards this side and this one will go towards the intake manifold. So I'm gonna cut about right there and then intercept it. So how I exposed it like this was basically this protective layer. I kind of cut a little bit of it, and then there's this rubber outer hose, or whatever you want to call it, protective layer. I kind of just rolled it over the other side of it. I don't know if you can really tell. So you see the other abrasives layer. Just kind of folded it over so it kind of looks a little bit more prettier. And then what I'm going to do is just going to cut right there and intercept. Right, now it's cut. And then I gotta get the hose clamp on, but just to give you an idea, that will go there. And then this one will go into this one right here. Let me get the hose clamp on and button it up. All right, these are the two hose clamps that they included in the kit for the PCV intercept. I'm gonna slide it on there and get it ready. All right, I got the two on, hose clamp in place as well. It's not going anywhere. All right, I'm gonna put this back into place and then button it back up. This bracket right here, I might come up with something different and shift it over here. I wanna adapt a bracket over here and then bolt it on this side, because that's where it looks like for RCF. It's about over here. All right, just about done. It's mounted. These are done. Like I said, if I didn't mention earlier, I'm gonna relocate this bracket to here. So I'm not very happy with the way it's touching that, so I'm gonna get a little further away like this by making my own custom bracket. I'm not sure how this is supposed to be. I've looked at. So this bracket looks to be the same for RCF, from what I can tell. There's a picture of one on eBay. So I don't understand how that is hitting here. Maybe it's just the radiator is just different on an RCF versus IS500. This bracket looks the same, so I was gonna find a RCF bracket and then maybe I can bolt it on that way, but it doesn't look like it's possible. So gonna make a bracket to push it out a little bit for myself, at least. For these little tabs, earlier I had you guys push it in to remove, right? So what you want to do is pull it out into this position and reinstall it. Come on. So that's in, and then you just press, and now it's secure. You remember earlier, push in to release it. Alright, so I still need to run the drain, jack up the car and do it another day. Alright, new plan. So the bracket that FIGS provides, I'm actually gonna, well, I already did. I made this hole bigger, and the reason why I made it bigger, kind of bent it out of shape. FYI, this is probably like, I think it's stainless steel. It was really hard to drill through. And then I'm gonna bolt it to here. So the RR Racing uses these holes to mount their bracket for their AOS kit, and I'm gonna improvise and mount the FIGS bracket into that same spot, and then I'll clip it here. So let me get that on and I'll show you how it looks. So the bracket hole's big enough for this 12mm bolt now. Bracket's kind of out of shape, but I'll fix it once it's bolted in place. So the idea is gonna come like that. Bracket is mounted into place, kind of bent back into shape too. So this is gonna slide right here. This is where it's gonna sit. Let me get that in place. Okay. It is mounted and away from the radiator hose. All right, so I cut this bracket. So I made the bracket out of a piece of aluminum. The holes are drilled about like 45mm apart. So the idea is it's gonna go slide it back there. It'll mount right that. And then I'm gonna bolt the bracket that's supplied with the FIGS about right there. That should be done. Let me get that on right now. So here's the FIGS engineering bracket that they supply, along with my bracket bolted into place. And I'm gonna get it on. Do my measurements wrong. As again, I guess I spaced the holes a little bit off, so these holes are about 32mm apart. The previous one I did was too far apart to my liking, so I redid it. I'll get this on, call it done. Here goes my bracket mounted to FIGS engineering piece. So this is just gonna slide onto this ground bolt stud again, like I said earlier. And then it's gonna sit like that. All right, finished product. End up moving the bracket to the back side to bring it a little closer this way. Nothing is touching currently. I moved this back down here. Originally I had it here, but it touched the engine cover a little bit. Here is the engine cover in place. It's as close as it's gonna get. So when you touch this, you can hear it rubbing a little bit, but it's not too bad. It does push it down a little bit as well. All right, so this is gonna be a little awkward for me. I'm doing this on the floor, but basically, let's see if I can get this. Ooh. All right, so can you see? I can't see the fucking. Okay, so that is where the drain is gonna be. They put in the same opening as the oil filter right there, and then I tied it to the stabilizer bar. You can see it better. Let me get some pictures of it while I'm at. So this is closed right now. All I'm gonna do is turn it to open and close. And there's a drain hose right there. So it's gonna be pretty easy to drain. And once I'm done, close it back up. Just tuck this hose back in place and call it done. All right, hopefully this helps somebody. If you want to copy me, I don't know if this is the right way of doing it. I kind of wanted this all the way up on top, because right now this hose is part of the canister. So this hose is going to collect a lot of oil before it is ready to drain. Before the canister gets full. Yeah. So we'll see how this goes. Give it a try and then call it done. And then improvise or revise it if I need to.